Big man Bam Adebayo and his former teammate Tyler Hero got into a physical altercation.
It's growing to be so beautiful and so pure and ethical basketball, you know.
Got a full-on fracas going on. Draymond came in to defend Clay. This got out of hand.
The NBA is soft. That's probably the most common criticism you'll hear about today's game. People point out the players hugging after the games. They talk about stars working out together in the offseason. They say that rivalries are pretty much...
They say, nigga, you supposed to hate that nigga. They say, nigga, you supposed to spit on that nigga when he look at you.
Much dead. Everyone's friends, and nobody really hates each other anymore. Compared to the days of Jordan and the Bad Boy Pistons, or Kobe and the Celtics, or hell, even those brutal matchups between the Knicks and the Heat, today's NBA can seem a bit tame. But I think we've been looking at the modern league completely wrong. Because while the hard fouls may be gone, while the cheap shots are a lot fewer, and the fights don't happen every other week, the beef never really disappeared. It just evolved. See, today's NBA isn't built on bench clearing brawls. It's built on personal grudges that spill into podcasts, social media, contract disputes, trade demands, locker rooms, and playoff series that suddenly become about a lot more than basketball. We've seen teammates throw punches, former franchise icons become public enemies, young superstars developing rivalries before they've even reached their prime. And we've got players who have embraced the villain role because they know every great era needs someone that the fans love to hate. The truth is, this league has become a lot more emotional than people give it credit for. The rivalries are real. The resentment is real. And when those teams meet, you can feel that it's something bigger than just a regular season game on the line. So maybe the NBA isn't as soft as everyone says. Maybe we're just living through a different kind of rivalry era. An era where the drama doesn't end when the final buzzer sounds. Because this is the NBA's beef era. Alright, come on. You made it this far in the video and you're still not subscribed?
See.
Steph Curry had finally won that finals MVP and cemented his legacy. Just when everybody thought the dynasty was over, the Warriors did it again. And Jordan Poole looked like he was next in line. As crazy as it might sound in hindsight, Jordan Poole was actually looked at like the third Splash Brother. He was a big part of their finals run, and he was an integral part of their future. So as crazy as
he was like they wild ass little brother, basically.
It might seem to say that today, Jordan Poole had actually become one of the Warriors' biggest success stories. He was confident, flashy, and looked like he was ready to become one of the franchise's future stars, especially when there were baddies at courtside. But behind the scenes, things weren't nearly as perfect as they looked. See, as training camp opened before the 2022-23 season, reports began to surface that practices were becoming increasingly competitive. But this wasn't really unusual because if anything, it was part of the Warriors' identity. Draymond, of course, had built his reputation on holding teammates accountable, demanding intensity, and making practices feel almost as competitive as real games. And Steve Kerr had even compared Warriors practices over the years to playoff basketball because of how competitive they were. But this time, things went a bit too far. Because according to multiple reports, Green and Poole exchanged words during practice. Now, exactly what was said was honestly never confirmed, but there was a report where it was rumored that Jordan Poole said something along the lines that Draymond was an expensive backpack for 30. Which was essentially a jab at Draymond's contract, meaning that
he swung on him because he knew he wasn't lying.
Draymond was too expensive of a player to just be someone that was carried by Steph. And if there's one thing we know, it's always a bad idea to take jabs at someone's money as a man. Now, of course, this was never confirmed, but whatever the trigger was, that disagreement escalated. And although the Warriors would try to downplay what happened, the video would get leaked, and what it showed was honestly shocking. Draymond walked over to Poole, Poole shoved him away, and then within a split second, Draymond threw one of the most shocking punches the NBA had ever seen between teammates. And after this leaked footage came out, What normally would have remained internal as a team issue suddenly became one of the biggest stories
Who
in
leaked
sports.
that footage?
Because now every sports network was covering it. Every podcast debated it. Fans weren't just asking why Draymond punched Jordan Poole. They were asking something much bigger. How could this championship team recover from all of this? Now, the aftermath of this was a bit weird, to be honest with you. Draymond got fined, but he wasn't suspended. And Jordan Poole signed an extension for 4 years, 120 mil. So on paper, everything seemed fine, but at the end of the day, this could be viewed as just damage control. And honestly, during the next season, it showed on the court. Because during this season, the Golden State Warriors never quite looked the same. Their road record was abysmal. The chemistry just wasn't the same. And now, if there's any disagreement on the court, it's always going to be viewed through the lens of that one punch. But even with these struggles, the Warriors would make the playoffs. And although they were a 6th seed, they would defeat the 3rd seed Kings in 7 games. After an incredible Game 7 performance from Steph Curry.
Yeah,
but things would go quite downhill in the second round, as in Game 1, Jordan Poole seemed to take an ill-advised 3, which led to a
to this day, folks, that shit was so stupid.
Warriors loss, and the Warriors would end up losing this series in 6 games. And in all honesty, this series would be a nightmare for Jordan Poole, as he played like absolute shit, honestly. He averaged just 8 points per game, and he shot under 35% for the series. And it seemed like this performance was just enough for the Warriors to admit that they needed to move on, because that following offseason, Jordan Poole would get traded to the Wizards. And while Draymond Green remained on the Warriors, they never were really quite the same, as they never finished any higher than a 7th seed. And just last season, they finished in the lottery. And just like that, the Warriors dynasty went up in smoke. A team that was once viewed as having a promising future now has really nothing else to show for it. They have an aging star in Steph, Draymond is up there in age as well, Jimmy Butler is coming off of an ACL injury, and unless they somehow sign LeBron, things aren't looking too bright in Golden State. And all it took was one punch. But if you think this is the only example of teammates getting physical with each other in modern history, wait till you hear about the story between Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo.
My thing is, the nigga name is Bam, and y'all surprised he punched the nigga? Like, that's just like a motherfucking name being shooted, and I'm surprised he shot a nigga. Like, what the fuck is we talking about?
Now, for years, the Miami Heat have built one of the NBA's strongest identities. And that identity has led to years of success. And at the center of that success has been Bam Adebayo, a multiple-time All-Star, and one of the unquestioned leaders of the franchise. And then there's Tyler Hero, a gifted scorer in his own right, who broke out during his rookie season, where he showed shot creation, poise, and confidence. Keyword, confidence. Now together, Bam and Hero look like two players that the Heat could build around for years. At least that's what we thought. Because once a superstar became available, of course the Heat were going to be involved. And at the center of those packages was usually Tyler Hero. And if you want to find out about those stars that Miami pursued and a lot of the times missed out on, go ahead and click the video that's on your screen, but only do that after you finish this video though. But yeah, despite the trade rumors, there really isn't much friction that we knew about regarding Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, at least to our knowledge. But that all seemed to change after the Giannis trade, because in this trade, Tyler Hero would end up as a Milwaukee Buck. And it seemed like this trade really got under the skin of Tyler Hero, because after this, he went full KD. This man went into his burner and started airing out Bam Adebayo like it was nobody's business. After some DM messages got leaked, everything got exposed, as Tyler Hero would start questioning why Bam Adebayo.
It say Tyler Hero was talking crazy in those DMs. It say Wonder did it. Okay, I'm fried, so bear with me, guys. I think it's because he performed on those playoff runs. He was the best player last finals. What the fuck is that? He said I didn't say any names. I'm just saying. What the fuck? He can't type. I'm just saying, shouldn't the lead defender be making $60 million a year? Answer that. Shoot fits. Bro dropped 83. Okay, so why fans so worried about Tyler and what Tyler does? I could post a pic right now, and the fans gonna go crazy. LOL. Because Bam has shown if he was a better player like Jimmy, we can get to the finals. Yeesh. 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 Shit. That's not a lie. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and act like it is. Buddy, if I'm healthy, they can't see me. Word to my mother. This nigga's from Milwaukee saying word to my mother. Okay. If I'm healthy, I'm the one who needs help. Who did Cleveland prioritize taking away in the playoffs? Who did Boston prioritize taking away when Jimmy got hurt? He was the AC. When I'm healthy, I need help, not the other guy. Word to my kids. Come on now, let's call a spade a spade.
Was getting paid $60 million if he was only a top tier defender on some nights. And when the person he was talking to implied that Bam probably got that contract due to his playoff performances, Tyler Hero started crashing out even more.
That's what I'm saying.
Where he started saying, if I'm healthy, I'm the one who needs help. If I'm healthy, they can't see me. Word to my mother. Which, as a sidebar, why is bro talking like this,
Literally.
man?
Your nail desk called? It wants these 9 dreamy
my tweet.
macaron colors. Perfect for rose hand painting, blush effects, and
Hey, I'm an
everyday
English
wear.
accent.
Watch how
Same
this
question,
padding
bro.
gel
I'm like,
creates
bro, why are you
seamless
talking like
gradients.
that?
The perfect hack.
Why is bro
Why my
talking
brother
like
talking
this,
like
man?
that?
But yeah, it looked like Bam caught wind of these messages. And during this year's Summer League in Vegas, it
Oh,
was
so that's why he punched his ass. Shit, I would have punched his ass up too. For them boy, I would have beat his ass too. For I would have, shorty, what's that tough shit your ass been talking in the messages, boy? I saw that shit in the motherfucking messages. Man, you better not let me be with my boy Z2. He gonna just punch your ass on game. Folks ain't gonna no talking. He say, Shane, that's that nigga that been talking. Niggas gonna punch niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, I'm the cool nigga out the group. Oh, B, I'm the cool nigga out of this.